Do you need Social Security to help fund your retirement? The fact of the matter is that most people do. And for a married couple where you've got two Social Security checks, losing one of them in retirement can be catastrophic. Today we're going to talk about a planning technique that we utilize to help in that situation. Sit tight. Hi, I'm Antonio Cibella with Vision Wealth Management. Today we're talking about Social Security checks. What happens when one of them goes away? A lot of the time it can be catastrophic for someone's financial retirement. What do we do to get around it? Well, here we go. It's story time. We're going to tell a story today about Bob and Jan. Bob and Jan, not real people, just the story. Bob and Jan call us up, they come in, they sit down, they say, hey, we're 60 years old, we're getting close to retirement. We haven't done any planning yet, but we really need to start. This is big for us. We can see it, and we want to make sure that we're in good shape. Their full retirement age is 66 and some change. They got about 6 years left before they get there. Both of them are employed. They both get a Social Security check of around $1,700 each. So they're going to have around $3,400 a month coming in retirement income when they get there from the two Social Security checks. Through the planning process, we uncover that they will need about around $4,000 per month to pay their bills when they get to retirement. And so you got $3,400 coming in, you got $4,000 going out, you got a gap there of around $600 per month. And we find out that they've got a couple $100,000 put away between various accounts for retirement. Not the greatest situation in the world, but if you need to draw $600 a month from a couple $100,000 in retirement, certainly could be worse. They're not bulletproof by any stretch, but okay, you're at an okay spot at this point and you got 6 years left to go. They're really going to focus in now on saving for retirement. We know that you can't make up for lost time, but they're going to do everything they can to put more money away to grow that number so that when they get there at 66 and change, they'll be all right. And then at age 65, we get a call from Jan and she says, hey, Bob passed away. It was unexpected. He passed away. Now we've got to sit down and see how all of this looks because it's drastically changed the situation. So what's happened? $3,400 a month in retirement income from two Social Security checks has now become $1,700 a month. Bills are the same. People think that somehow magically their expenses will go down. Some things do. Maybe you don't buy as many groceries, but honestly, things don't change that much when somebody passes away. So let's say that they've still got $4,000 a month in living expenses, right? They still have gas, groceries, still got a cell phone, things like that. $4,000 a month going out, $1,700 a month going in. You've got a $2,300 a month shortage now, and you're several $100,000 put away for retirement. Spoiler alert, you can't draw $2,300 a month from a couple $100,000 without running out of money pretty quickly. So what do we do now? Well, in real life terms, if that happens, honestly, most of the time, Jan continues to work. She's not going to retire because she simply can't afford to retire. So it's drastically changed her life. She was looking forward to retirement and her time was going to be her own. And now that's not a thing. She's going to have to continue to work, continue to save and put away money and not draw from the portfolio in hopes that she can perpetuate that long enough that when she needs to draw from it, there will be enough there for her remaining lifetime. Even worse scenario, let's say that it doesn't happen at 65. Let's say it happens at 66 and some change. They've both retired. They've started to get the Social Security checks. They're living their retirement dream now. And then Bob passes away. And they don't have any other protection in place. Now, Jan's looking at going back to work. That's even worse than having to continue to work. Now, you thought that you were retired. You thought that you reached the goal line and then something changed and you got to go back and figure things out again. How do you get around that? Well, when we're working with clients and we figure out something like that scenario where you need both of the Social Security checks to be there to be able to make it through, well, we've got to look for life insurance. We've got to look for something to plan for that potential for lost income. And so backtrack now to age 60. We say, hey, Jan, Bob, you guys got to get some life insurance. We're going to try and do it as inexpensively as possible. Let's get a term policy, maybe a 15-year term policy, couple $100,000 on each of you. And now you've got coverage in place that should something happen before you get there or early in retirement, you can't actually replace the Social Security check, right? So it's not like you say, well, hey, Social Security, I've got this death benefit, so now just keep the check coming. But what you do have is you have a pool of money that you can draw from to recreate that $1,700 per month in income. And if that happens far enough down the line, if you get it at 60, you've got coverage to age 75, and you get an influx of capital somewhere along the lines, you don't have to draw from the existing portfolio for that extra $1,700 a month. That can make all the difference in whether you get there or not. Easy way to kind of figure this out for yourself. Look at what you have coming in retirement income sources. Look at what your expenses will likely be. Don't underestimate it. People do that all the time. They say, I think it'll be around $2,000. Next thing you know, it's actually $3,000 or $3,500. That can make a big difference. So look at what you'll have coming in. Look at what you'll have going out. Look at the pile of money and take away part of what's coming in. What happens if one of the Social Security checks, or if there's a pension, might be subject to some of the rules there where the pension check goes away. Can the portfolio withstand that loss and continue to supplement, because the income's going to need to be the same? If not, start looking at life insurance. Can be a good way around that. The sooner you do it, the better. The younger you are when you get life insurance, the less expensive it will be. And you want to make sure that you got coverage of an appropriate amount for an appropriate period of time. It does get really expensive to insure in perpetuity. So oftentimes, if you're in your late 50s or 60, that's probably not the answer, but at least a term policy will get you most of the way there, if not all the way from a coverage standpoint. Hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you learned something. A little bit of a strange topic for us, but something that's a real life thing that we see far too often from a lack of planning. So I hope you learned something. I thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you soon.